Hey guys, and welcome. I am the Seven Swords, and this is Skyrim. I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird. I just took a drink of some very hot cocoa, and it's kind of got my voice all confused. But we have found us another black book, so let's take a look at this one. The Black Book of Untold Legends. Or is it Untold Lessons? There's a couple of fonts of Magicka here, so if we need Magicka, we could always use that if we don't want to have to stop and pray. 1 second. I apologize for that, I had to sneeze. And now I have a way to mute my headset that makes it to where my headset doesn't make a huge amount of noise when I do it. At least I don't think it does, and it didn't seem like it did. So, yay for that, because sometimes that's easier than me remembering the key on my keyboard. I do like Apocrypha. I think it's a really cool place. I kind of wish it was a little bit more, I wish there was a little bit more to it. I don't really know what I would expect, personally. I guess I wish there was a way you could, like, study here and, like, actually learn, like, ancient magic and stuff. You kind of do get that by completing these books and completing the quests. We are in chapter 2. This is chapter 4. I do know my Roman numerals. This must be chapter 3. I'm going to head to chapter 3 first. We're going to read this book in order. That sometimes has an effect on the process of going through it. Ooh, Conjure Seeker. I'm actually really glad we got that, because I've been wanting to get a Conjure Seeker spell. Alright, and then let's go ahead and grab Conjure Seeker real quick. I actually was really surprised we didn't get it the first time we came through here, when we were coming through on the main quest. I also might do a bunch more, Okay, so cool, I'm really glad we came this way, because I wouldn't have gotten Conjure Seeker if I hadn't. But yeah, now we can summon these guys, have them fight for us, which is really useful. Be great for a character who worships Heme Asmara. The only reason I don't worship Heme Asmara, though, is because this thing was really difficult and seemed like it decayed a lot faster than it should have. So, I didn't like having such a fickle master. I thought I saw something out there in the depths. It's possible that I did, but I'm not sure. Here's my Seeker. I don't know if it's going to follow us fast enough before it despawns. I highly doubt I'm going to summon a second one. Is this? Nope, they're not fonts of strength, they're just fonts of fire. And by fonts of fire, I mean the fact that I can't do anything with them. This looks like a font of stamina. I am going to pick up all these books. It is tempting to go through and try and obtain as many of these books as you can late game, and like avoid them early game. Mostly just because of the fact that if you get them early game, they don't give you much experience. And I think it is set up to where, like, you get more experience from... I don't know if you guys are I don't know if one of you guys is my friend, or I'm gonna guess no. I will say that I did find out something recently, thanks to a character I was playing through, that there is actually an invisibility spell. I was not aware of this, as I don't normally get my illusion craft up that high. So I usually don't get invisibility. That was another of the mods I was thinking about adding, which basically what it does is it makes it to where instead of you unlocking quest book the magic books, instead of unlocking the magical spell books by what level you are, they're just all unlocked at the College of Winterhold, so you can get them as early as you want, even if you don't have the level to cast it. You have the ability to cast it because you have because you might have that much magicka. Which I do think that's how it should work. I think that if you're low level in like destruction, higher level spells should just be like double the cost. Chapter 5. But yeah, I do like Apocrypha. I think it's cool. Hamea's Mora is one of my favorite Daedric princes. I personally do feel like if I was to worship a Daedric prince, that there's a good chance I would pick Hamea's Mora. Even though he seems like a fickle master who likes to play his games. This one better be useful for me, as this isn't very worth my time. Now that I need a font of magicka, I highly doubt I'm going to find one. I'm going to keep an eye out for it, though. I'm going to hope I can find me a font of magicka. This up. Now, these are fonts of stamina, but stamina is not what I need. Oh, there's a font of magicka. I think this is a font of magicka, at least. There we go. Now our magicka is back to full. Shall we go and try and grab it again? Something tells me we're not going to get it. I know your tricks, Hamea's Mora. I wonder if I could have teleported there. Not a problem. I don't mind fighting these lurkers. I do think Hamea's Mora needs to understand that I am a little bit above these things at this point. Somebody did ask me about Sarra's ability to fight during the Siege of Whiterun, and asked if there was anything in the game that can kill Sarra. If I'm not paying attention, oh yeah. Obviously with the assassins that killed me in the last episode. But usually, no. If I'm paying attention, if I'm fighting at my full forward motion, then no. Normally, the only time I can die is if I'm not paying attention, and I end up letting Sarra die. Alright, let's see here. What are our 3 options this time? We can get Black Market, Secret Servant, or Bardic Knowledge. What's Bardic Knowledge? Summon a spectral drum that plays for you, increasing stamina regeneration for you and nearby allies. No thank you. That would actually be really useful though for like Sork or something. I know what these two do. This one makes it to where like I can summon a Dromora who will basically like carry my stuff for me, and this one will summon a Dromora that I can sell and buy stuff from. This one to me is slightly more useful, but this one might be more interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and try this out before we leave. And I can see how exactly I feel about this. So let's go ahead and use Black Market. Here is our Dromora servant.
Fresh mortal who seeks to bargain with me.
Let's see what's going on.
Let's make a deal.
So he's got 2,000 gold. That's not bad. He's got Daedric arrows, which I will go ahead and buy all of those right now. He's got Daedric armor. And a Daedric dagger. If I was looking to upgrade my dagger, this would be the next thing I'd be upgrading to, most likely. Then yeah, he's got this, which it's not super useful because it is just a thing. What can we sell him though? We have 2 pickaxes, which we could sell one of those. Not going to though. I can sell him this. I can sell him this, this, these, that. I think the rest of this I'm going to keep on me because he doesn't have enough money for it. I highly doubt he's going to have anything less that's cheaper.
Until you summon me again.
And then he disappears. This one is the same thing, except instead of a Dremora that I can buy and sell stuff from, it's basically one I can fill his inventory with my stuff. This one's not super useful to me at the moment, because obviously I can just head back to Clockwork Castle. Now, I can always come to these and get their bonuses, change out their bonuses if I want to. Obviously, I have to want to change the bonus. And that took about 11 minutes, so I'm glad I cut off the last episode when I did. Because then we would have been halfway through that, and that would have been annoying. So let's get out of here. There's the, just like I thought, this was the way out, not the way in. Makes sense. Let's go speak to Master Neloth, as we now have finished that one. Which, like I said before, I could walk there, or I could teleport. We're going to go ahead and teleport. I'm going to keep using fast travel with this character, especially with some of this stuff. I wonder if Neloth is still awake, or I wonder if he actually sleeps. Head to the top. Nope. I like how it raises my magicka. I wonder if it's supposed to do that, or if there's some kind of weird thing going on.
Find a new steward for us quickly. Master Neloth is making me do all her work.
I did find you a steward.
Until next time.
Where's Master Neloth? There he is.
Back so soon?
Yes. I found you a new steward.
That Rovus man?
Yep.
I suppose he'll do. He makes dreadful Canis root tea, though. But I should be grateful. Here, take this for your efforts. Oh, and you may use my staff enchanter if you want.
Thank you.
Irak was a formidable opponent. I wonder what he would have been like as my apprentice.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. I have the black book.
Excellent. I'll just make a copy for myself. It's far too dangerous to carry the real book around. Of course you can handle yourself. Of course you can. Of course. Now, take this for your efforts, and we'll call the matter closed.
Glad to see. Is there a problem?
I've been having difficulties with my Heartstone experiments. Have you heard of the Briar Hearts?
Yeah, I have. What about them?
They are fierce warriors of the Forsworn tribes. They actually remove their own hearts and replace them with large briar seeds. It puts their life sparks in direct connection to the natural forces.
Makes sense.
I need you to examine one of them. Just investigate as much as you can. I'm going to put this memory trace spell on you, so you won't have to worry about taking notes. I doubt you could know what was important anyway.
Great. Where would I be able to find one of these Briarheart warriors?
The Forsworn live in the hills on the western edge of Skyrim. From there, you're on your own. I'm given to understand that they are not difficult to find, if you gather my inference.
Probably. What do Briarhearts have to do with Heartstones?
Well, I'm hoping to do something similar. If I could connect a living being to the forces of the Red Mountain, well, that would be formidable. I've done some experiments in this area, but, oh, my test subjects are far too fragile. I'm hoping to learn some of the Briarheart techniques, their methods. I would venture out myself, but long voyages are dangerous, and risks are precisely what people like you are for.
Fine by me, I could learn some stuff from this. How's Dever working out?
The man makes a dreadful cup of Canis root tea. However, he seems to run the place well enough. Oh, were you fishing for a compliment, a sign of gratitude? Don't waste your time. Those things are for the weak and foolish.
I was legitimately curious, but Neloth, stop being an asshole. Although I know that this guy's character is just completely hateable. I love this guy. I don't know why. I just love Neloth. I feel like if I ever did get a chance to be reincarnated into Skyrim, this guy would be the first guy I'd find, and I'd absolutely love working with him.
I might have a few stars if you're interested in that sort of thing.
I'm not, but I'm willing to look at your inventory. Ah, it looks creepy. There's an ebony dagger. Propulsion, flares, and unenchanted conjurer's staff, unenchanted daedric staff, destruction, unenchanted. Ooh, wait a minute, what? Since when is there an unenchanted ebony staff? That is tempting to grab. You know what? I will buy that Neloth. That's a silver staff. Okay. I have been considering looking more into like stabs and stuff like that. Maybe this is Sarra's foray into the thought process. I do like keeping my characters into the bits of it. Yeah, I can sell that. Not selling that. I'll sell that. I'll sell that. I'm not selling that. I'm not selling my armor. Not selling those. I will sell. No, actually, no. I will not sell that. I will not sell that merely because of the difference in value. I will sell that though. Thank you, Neloth. And thank you for access to your staff enchanter. Whoa! What the flip? Did he hit me with a spell? Weird. Alright, so we're going to take a look at that book in a second, but I want to look at this. Because I want to see what a unenchanted... Okay, interesting. It's called common, dread zombie, fear, flames, frostbite, ice spike, ice spear, inspiration, lightning bolt, mage light, mending. What does mending do? Heals the target. Oh, okay. Paralysis, soul trap, sparks, familiar, flame atronach, healing hands, storm wall, thunderbolts. Now, I've noticed these before. These are of those two thingies that I have that I don't know what to do with because their quest failed. I'm tempted to get this one though. Got a lightning bolt staff. Very tempting. Although for something along the realm of fire would probably be a better idea. What's Thunderbolts? Thunderbolts does 25 shock damage. And then what does Lightning Bolt do? 25. So let's get Thunderbolts, because I'm more curious about Thunderbolts. Yes. Okay. And then use his Arcane Enchanter real quick. It's not as powerful as mine, but I'm not going to be enchanting anything right now. Wait a minute. I can enchant the Daedric Hunting Knife? Interesting. Do you mind if I look at this book? Thank you. He probably has a copy of it already. The Hidden Twilight. In we go. The Book of Hidden Twilight. I probably could just go ahead and mark this. Does it open this? Yes, it does. Now, what I probably should do, since I bothered making the darn thing, is equip the Staff of Thunderbolts. Now, I do know from another character I play that I found out this is actually something really cool. When a staff is equipped, all weapon enchantments drain 25% less. Interesting. But if we go to this one, when staff is equipped in the left hand, deal 25% more damage than critical damage. When the staff is equipped in the right hand, your spells and scrolls are 25% more effective. I like that idea. It actually makes makes carrying a staff make sense. And Sarra carrying a staff would be kind of cool, because then she'd actually feel like a mage. But we'd have to get the points for that, which I always could just reset enchanting and then train with Neloth. Interesting thought process. Not to mention I could start working on raising my enchanting level again, which I plan to do. We might do that with Neloth eventually, but what I want to do first is I want to get my alchemy skill up, because I have a few more things with alchemy I want to do as well. Go away. Thunderbolt. 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 Let me grab an unrelenting force real quick.
Who's Roda?
Not to mention the fact that if I do get the thing, it'll help me raise my magical level, my enchanting level again. Which means I'll be able to increase my level higher and get more perk points. Because right now I need more perk points. I always hate how few perk points you get in Skyrim. I'd love to get find a mod that gives me like double. Triple. I was about to say, but, well, extend. That's annoying. No, 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 no. Come on. Extend. Extend! Okay. Oh no, I fell down. Hey look, I didn't fall down. Where am I? The heck? Did I? What the heck did I just do? Hope I didn't break something by doing that. Why do I feel like the Neloth is going to want to put up a stone inside of Sarra, and why do I feel like Sarra would not say no? I can't get up there. I don't want to do any more teleportation unless I have to. This way? Still got 24 minutes. We're only at 24 minutes, so we still got plenty of time. There we go. I do wonder if that enchantment, though, that decreases the cost is... I feel like we are not this far along, but okay. In truth, I just wanted to get to the end of this one, because I am very curious of what I get. Oh, I think I know what I gotta do. Let's go back. No, let's go to this one. Let's see. No? Maybe not. Alright, let's go to this one. I can't say I'm in too big of a deal to get all of this stuff in between. We already have this Conjure Seeker. I'm not saying that that's the most powerful spell in the game, but I am saying that I most likely have gotten one that is interesting enough, although this doesn't seem like it's opening, so I must have to go to the other one first. Very well. Go to this one then. This place is like a maze. Probably exactly what it's supposed to feel like. It triplicated. How did it triplicate? I've only seen them double. Neat. Cool. Oh my lord. Aha! Sheesh, this one was a pain in the rear to get to. Of Hidden Twilight. Let's see what our options are. Mora's Agony, Mora's Grasp, and Mora's Boon. Mora's Agony. Summon a field of writhing tentacles that poisons foes. Mora's Grasp. Freeze the target between Oblivion and Tamriel for 30 seconds. Make them immune to all damage. Interesting. And Mora's Boon. Fully restores your health, magicka, and stamina. I like both of these. We'll go ahead and go get with Mora's Boon, though. Thank you, Mora. Now we are going to go get the Briar thing done for Neloth, so we're probably heading back to Tamriel soon. Or Skyrim.
Up here. Stay out of my way.
Do you need any help?
I do have a new spell I'm working on. I hope to be able to conjure ash spawn.
Interesting.
If I could get a sample of ash from an ash spawn, that would be quite useful. I've made this special tool that will extract... Well, you don't need to know the details. Just go harvest a sample. Of course, the creature will have to be dead first, but I trust that's something you can bring about.
Of course. And down we go. I feel like I'd like to play a character that could... Why did I de-equip my Thunderbolt Staff?
Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
How are you getting along?
Neloth is a real taskmaster. And the tea. The thrice damn tea. I don't think I'll ever learn to make it properly.
Good luck.
Alright then.
So we need an ash spawn, which I would hope we could find one. That or find a pile of ash that I might be able to use the extractor thingy on. Again, I can see Sarra utilizing this as for a chance to increase her knowledge as well. Sarah's always looking to learn more about these things. Not to mention, she probably thinks Deleth is onto a pretty good idea. There's some ash spawn right there. Those are what are left. I'm hoping I can just activate one of these. Extract ash. There we go. We will be going back to get him a Briarheart specimen, but you know, all in good time. I don't know if I want to do that right now because I know I have to go back to Skyrim for that, and to go back to Skyrim for that, I would need to. I need to find a Briarheart, and I don't know where one would be. We are going to be helping that a lot, though. I am now interested in doing this, and I feel like Sarra would be very interested in doing this, especially not just summoning the ash spawn, but infusing Briarhearts, Heartstones into test subjects.
My new steward is acceptable. If only he made better tea.
Glad to hear it. I have your ash.
Hermaeus, well, apparently time is more malleable. Well done. Here are some septums for you. If you come back in a day or two, I should have the spell worked out. You can buy it from Talvis.
Thank you. I don't see anything about black books, which is sad because I want more black books. But let's head back to Skyrim. We have a few quests in Skyrim to get done, so we might as well head back to Skyrim and get some quests done. So, waiting for that one. Not doing that one. Not doing that one. We might do that one, I don't know. We need to talk to Zargo. We'll mark both of these just in case we get a chance to get them done. Although, yeah, I have to go back to Vex for that one, so we're going to do that one. Like I said, we're probably not doing the rest of those. Oh, interesting. We might head to the Acolyte of the Voice and do that. We might also donate some there we go. So let's head back to I really need to mark this spell just so we can use it for the future. But I will be heading back to Clockwork Castle from here. I will meet you guys probably in Falkreath, because we're going to do the quest in Falkreath real quick. So I will see you guys there. Alright, that took a lot longer than it should have, speaking of which. To explain why I say that, I got attacked by a dragon while I was leaving Neloth's house, so I ended up having to fight that. I didn't bring you guys back for it. I apologize if that's a annoyance. We don't have the Shadow Ring anymore? Range user damage reducing force field. Let's put that one on then. But yeah, I didn't bring you guys back. I apologize. It was one of those things that by the time I realized I wasn't that I should have been recording that. It was already over. I did butcher the dragon. I had all my stuff on for increasing my stuff. I did summon Durnavir for it. He didn't do anything special except that saying the skies were his again. But you don't get anything now at this point because I've already gotten all of the words.
Ghost is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see that.
Yeah, I can tell. Morrowind of the Skull Village has sent me to ask a favor of you.
Morwen, you say? Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Left to join her mother's people on Solstheim, as I recall. I knew her parents quite well, you know. Sarra and Ulfar were good people, very much in love. Now, what can I do for young Morwen?
She wants this placed on her mother's grave.
Ah, yes. Sarah's silver necklace. It was a wedding gift, and she rarely took it off. I'll be glad to oblige. What a touching gesture, to display the symbol of her devotion in such a way. Tell Morwen I'll be happy to grant her request. I'm sure it will bring joy to her mother and father as they walk in Asterius.
Alright, now we can return to the Skull Village and talk to her, once we get the chance. For now, we continue on. Return to... Is it trying to send me over there? Interesting. This one is the ledger at the bunkhouse. I could always go do that and then return all of those. Then we have to find a thing up in here, but we'll go do that in a second. Let's go talk to J'zargo. Let's go talk to J'zargo and turn in and report to him about his scrolls and how they go boom. That is a lot of teachers and students. There's two of them.
And more than a little jealous to greet the new Archmage. J'zargo had expected to be named Archmage, but there is still time.
Yes. I have tested your scrolls.
And were they magnificent?
I would say that yes, although they did explode when I used them.
No. That was not supposed to happen. But J'zargo is pleased to see that you are here and not in pieces. You are a good friend to have done this. J'zargo will not forget it.
I'm glad to hear about it, J'zargo. Keep up the good work in the college. I actually like J'zargo. He's another character that I'm pretty sure I'd become good friends with him. Like, don't get me wrong. He's definitely a bit of an oddball, but not in a bad way. I feel like he's very dedicated to becoming more powerful. And I think that's a good thing in a way. Next, let's head to... We're going to head to Riften and do the Riften quest next. Then we'll head down and talk to Vex and Delphin about their stuff. Go ahead and sneak. We'll go ahead and step into the bunkhouse. Did she get a new statue yet? Yes, she did. Yoink. Go ahead and take that from you. Until next time. Interesting. Coin. Side real quick. Forge her business ledgers. She is really a devoted member of Delbella. Falmer's Blood Elixir. Really. Go ahead and get into her strong box real quick. Just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I don't see anything, by the way. Just to point that out. Did I just pickpocket you? Alright, let's head back down. Let's head down to the Thieves Guild real quick and we'll get our stuff. And then the next episode's probably going to be us hunting for a Briar Heart. Or a Briar Warrior, or whatever they're called. But as of right now, we're not going to go down into that because... We're not going to go about that because of... I don't think we're going to have time in this episode because we got less than 5 minutes. And for those wondering why I don't do longer than 45 minutes, I would technically want to do an hour and 15 minutes if I was going to do longer. But the reason I don't do that is because...
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Of course.
Let's see here. I've got another letter from Rallis, but this is the last thing I'm delivering for him. That place is just too much for me. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Thank God. That'll be the end of Rallis for us once we head back. We are going to head back after we do the Briar Heart, so...
Well, hey there. What can
Rallis will have to wait Rallis will have to wait a little bit longer for us. I am tempted to get the house down here, and not because of the glitch that I found out about it.
Out with it. Time is money.
Here's the burglary job.
Oh, you're back? I suppose you'll be wanting your pay then.
Thank you.
Hey, I still have plenty of work to do here.
So where's Delvin at? Warning, timely offer. We might do more of those quests also, but I do the next question. And do the next one. So let's get a drink from Delvin. Flip? Oh. Is it because I wasn't stealthed? Fine, fine, fine. I will stealth Delvin. Sheesh. You don't have to be so mean. All I needed was some blood.
Out with it. Amazing what people leave laying around for us to take, isn't it?
And grab my drink. Sheesh. Delvin can be a real jerk sometimes, huh, guys? Interesting.
Well, it appears your actions are starting to make waves out there. People are talking about the guild again. In fact, I just got a special job requested. I haven't gotten anything like
Interesting.
that in years.
What's the special request?
We got a request from one of the most powerful families in Whiterun, the Battleborns. Make your way up there and look for Alfred. He says he's got a matter that requires a delicate touch, and I suggested you for the job. Don't make me the fool and let me down, alright?
Okay then. I completed the numbers job, by the way.
Here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from.
Now, I'm actually kind of surprised we got that. I didn't think we were going to. So we'll be looking into that as well. But that will be in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been the Seven Swords. You've all been amazing. Likes, comments, and subscribes and all that malarkey. Feel free. I will see you all in the next one. Later.